USA Today Sports came out with a poll ranking quarterbacks 1 through 32. Here are the top 5. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers. 2, Brady. 3, Drew Brees. 4, Peyton Manning. And rounding out the top 5, Andrew Luck. A-Rod, ahead of Brady. How about them apples? Stephen A. Smith, did they get it right?
Well, of course they did. It depends on the it depends on the category. It depends on the category. If you're talking about accomplishments, obviously not. Tom Brady's a 4-time Super Bowl champion. That is not to be questioned. His greatness is not to be questioned. His Hall of Fame status is not to be questioned. And so because of that, you would put Brady ahead of Rodgers. But I think when USA Today Sports ranked these NFL quarterbacks, they were talking about skill. They were talking about, you know, whether it's the combination arm strength, your motor skills, and your ability to be mobile and move, and, you know, throwing on the run, throwing in a pocket, et cetera, et cetera. There's just no question that Tom Brady is head and shoulders above everybody in the game of football. This brother's a bad man. I mean, it's just that simple. There's nothing to debate. There's nothing to talk about. But his accomplishments, football's a team game. Whether it's the defense, whether it's the coaching, whether it's the absence of a running game, whatever the case may be. And Tom Brady hasn't, Aaron Rodgers has always been flawless himself. I thought he could have been a little better in the NFC Championship game against Seattle. I thought there were times he could have been a little bit better in the past. But he does have a Super Bowl championship on his resume along with a Super Bowl MVP. He is big time. Nobody throws a better pass than him, okay, on the run or standing in the pocket. He's just a bad man. And I don't think skill-wise, I don't think that Brady usurps him. I think Brady is great. But I think skill-wise, Aaron Rodgers is greater, and I think that's why he is number 1 on this list, as well as he should be.
Is this like we're talking about a pass, punt, and kick competition? Is that if that's what we're doing? You know what? I might give Aaron Rodgers a little bit of an edge. He could probably throw it farther than Tom Brady could throw it, but I'm not even sure about that. But I got to ask you, hold your feet to the fire. Is Aaron Rodgers a better passer than Tom Brady is? Just a better passer?
Yes.
He is not. That's laughable to me.
Yeah, that's laughable to you.
Remember, it has to get caught. It has to get caught by the receiver has to actually catch it and pull it into his body. It has to be a catch, right? I would much rather catch passes.
Are you sure you want to go that route? Are you sure you want to go that route, Mr. Tony Romo? Are you sure you want to do that?
This isn't about Tony Romo.
No,
this is about
wasn't.
Tom Brady.
I'm just saying, be careful. Just be careful what you say now. Be careful what you say.
By the way,
I mean, if you put it there, you got to catch it.
Thank you for bringing that up, because Tony Romo had a better regular season last year than Aaron Rodgers did.
And he did against Tom Brady as well.
In the end, if we're actually ranking quarterbacks, does performance under playoff pressure count in this formula? Does that count?
Yeah.
Or are we just doing pass, punt, and kick? I don't know. Are we doing 40-yard dash? I believe Aaron can win the 40-yard dash over Tom Brady. I don't think it'd even be close. Okay, so this forced me, Molly. I'm not piling on here, but now I have to dredge up this stat that since Aaron Rodgers actually won a Super Bowl, which seems like eons ago, I can't even remember when it was. Aaron Rodgers is 2-4 in the playoffs since he won a Super Bowl. And by the way, just for the record, speaking of Tony Romo and company, Aaron Rodgers was very lucky he didn't fall to 1-5, or at least 1-4 at that point in the playoffs, because I'm going to say it one more time. That was a catch. You know it, and I know that was a catch. And Aaron Rodgers was in grave danger of losing a home playoff game to my Dallas Cowboys in the round before he went to Seattle and stunk it up against the Seattle Seahawks. I'm not exaggerating. He stunk it up. He completed 19 of 34, a mere 56% of his passes for 178 total yards. That's a QBR of a mere 51.
Against the Legion of Boom.
Timeout. Let me finish. In the second half against that Legion of Boom, Green Bay got outscored 28-6 because they had 4 punts and 2 field goals in their 6 drives. And in that second half, the great Aaron Rodgers, ranked number 1 by USA Today as an NFL quarterback, went 7 of 13 for 63 total yards, 0 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. Boy, that's a pretty tame, lame second half by the great Aaron Rodgers. Now, let's fast forward to the Super Bowl. And this guy named Tom Brady won yet another ring, his fourth, if memory serves, by going 37 of 50, that's 74% completions for 328 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a mere 2 interceptions. But beyond that, in the second half alone against the Legion of Boom, the same Seattle that Aaron Rodgers had just struggled so mightily against. Second half, Tom Brady went 17 of 23 for 151 and 2 touchdowns. And in the fourth quarter, New England won that quarter 14-0 thanks to the great Tom Brady with a little help from Julian Edelman. Stephen A. Smith, Seattle. I get it. Again, Green Bay was at Seattle, but this is Aaron Rodgers we're talking about. And he stunk it up while Tom Brady chewed up the Legion of Boom. I think case closed right there. These are two big games. This is NFC Championship, Super Bowl.
May I comment? Because
I don't think you have any comments to comment.
Your duplicitous ways really annoy me sometimes.
Let's keep this in mind.
You're trying to be slick.
Skip dropped the mic.
As usual, you leave off some things. Number one, Super Bowl time. Cam Chancellor, MCL injury. Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, all injured. Number one. Number two.
Did they play?
Hold on. Yes, they did. Hold on. Stay with me. I recall you making similar arguments, right? But you were a bit more timid, Skip, when Tom Brady had stuck up the joint in the previous year's AFC Championship game against the Denver Broncos. You were very disappointed in his performance. Number three, I love how you have very little recollection of Aaron Rodgers' Super Bowl title, which was just 4 years earlier at the time, because your memory is just because your memory, well, it's longer now, months have passed, but your memory was just fogged, and oh my Lord, you were just a bit distracted.
I'm not even sure it happened. It was so long ago.
But you definitely remember Tom Brady, whose last Super Bowl was 2004. So you remember 2004, but you didn't remember 2010. You're so full of it, please. I should just stop drinking the Diet Mountain Dew. Grab some tea. It's healthier for the brain. Let me tell you something, Skip Bayless. When you look at Aaron Rodgers, the bottom line is he's a bad man, bro.
I keep hearing that, but I never see it. When it's time, I don't see it. 2-4 since the Super Bowl.
Why did McCarthy, cut the dude that bobbled the onside kick? Why did he fire the special teams coach? Why did he restructure his whole coaching staff? Why did he go away from calling plays and assign that responsibility to somebody else? The point is, it's a whole bunch of people. It's a whole bunch of people, Skip. It's a whole bunch of people. In the end, what happened is that Tom Brady has been fortunate enough to have Bill Belichick with them, okay? Whereas Aaron Rodgers, even though I respect the heck out of McCarthy, the bottom line is Aaron Rodgers isn't in the same situation.
Yeah, I get it.
Some of it is.
You know what?
Some of it is.
You're right. Tom Brady did stink it up at Peyton Manning a year before, but he righted the wrong. He came through.
I know that.
Hey,
he did.
Hey,
he did. But I'm saying you didn't bring that up.
Yeah, but it was as great a second half quarterback performance as I have ever seen in a Super Bowl.
It was
sensational against the Legion of Boom, who I don't know how they did it, but they limped through that game against Aaron Rodgers. He should have just picked them to pieces because they were already beat up. They're already limping around. Richard Sherman's already got some issues going on physically. Cam's already got his knee going on. But in the second half, 7 of 13 for Aaron Rodgers. Really? 4 punts and 2 field goals in the second half? Is that all you got, Aaron?
You have a very selective memory, because let me tell you something. When Tom Brady messes up like that, you don't say, I don't hear from you then. I don't hear from you then.
So my point is, if you can sit there lately, Aaron Rodgers, and then what have you done for me the year before, and the year before, and the year before?
When I said that it's been 10 years since Tom Brady's won a Super Bowl, you ignored me. Why can't I ignore you when it's been 5 years since Aaron Rodgers won one?
I think it's been about 10 years since Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl.
No, it's been 5.
It's been 5. Okay. Well, it seems like 10. And since that 5-year period started, wait, he's lost 4 playoff games and nearly lost a 5th one to my Dallas Cowboys? Really?
You got to have a team.
Oh,
you got to have a team.
So wait, these rankings are just about the regular season, and they're just rankings in a vacuum. Who's got the stronger arm and who's faster?
It's about talent. It's about talent, because I'm telling you right now, the only point you have on me about Brady over Aaron Rodgers
is performance.
Brady's leadership. Brady's leadership cannot be dismissed. And I think that he has an edge over Aaron Rodgers in that department in terms of galvanizing the troops around him. In terms of individual ability, please, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers all day, every day.
Okay.
All day, every day.
Bottom line.
Absolutely.
Bottom line, Stephen A. Smith. If it's the 4th quarter of a tie game in the Super Bowl, do you want Aaron Rodgers at quarterback or Tom Brady quarterback in your team?
I want Aaron Rodgers.
You do
I
not.
want Aaron Rodgers.
That's a lie. I want a lie detector test.
Oh, yes, I do.
Not.
Yes, I do.
You do not.
Aaron Rodgers is a bad man.
You know it enough.
Yes, I do.
Please.
Listen, Aaron Rodgers will go down as better than Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers, talent-wise, is better than Tom Brady right now. Aaron Rodgers, talent-wise, is the best quarterback in the world. But you need a team.
Tom Brady wins, not talent.
Oh, because he's got a team.
You know what? When it comes time, when it's playoff time, for the last 5 years, Aaron Rodgers hasn't been a bad man. He's just been a bad man, as in he's just been bad by his standards.
Whatever.
He's just been a bad man,
you know what I'm saying?
as in awful bad.
I mean, listen, hey, Skip Bayless.
Hey, what?
I mean, Tom Brady wants somebody to pay for his dinner. You want to do that? You want to be the waiter? You want to sit up there, and make his travel arrangements, be his travel agent? What do you want to do for? What else do you want to do for Tom Brady? You've done everything else. Okay, everything else you've done for Tom Brady. He couldn't do any wrong when the man couldn't go 10 years without winning a Super Bowl. I mean, if he passed gas, to you it was perfume. It was unbelievable. Goodness. It's unbelievable. It's the truth.
That wasn't original.
Ridiculous.
He's only used that line 17,000 times.
That's one of his favorite one-liners?
Yes.
Listen, I could listen to you guys dissect this all day.
Hey, in that period during which Tom Brady didn't win a Super Bowl, I don't have it in front of me, but he played in like 6 AFC championship games, and he actually got to the Super Bowl several times that Aaron Rodgers...
And lost twice.
Wait. Yeah.
And lost twice.
Yeah, thanks to the lucky Eli Manning.
Lucky.
Very lucky. Close your eyes and throw it, Eli Manning. That's pure luck.
Hey, in 2007, when he was told that the Giants could hold him to 17 points, he laughed at them. For 17 points, that's all we're going to score? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And what happened? He was held to 14.
You know what happened?
Please.
Here's what did happen.
I want to hear that.
With 2 minutes to go, Tom Brady does what Tom Brady always does.
So what?
Tom Brady takes him right down and hits Randy Moss for the touchdown that put them ahead.
Oh, stop it.
It took an incredible escape and a pass and a prayer from Eli Manning that stuck in David Tyree's face mask.
14 points.
Stuck in his face mask.
Number
it was
one
the luckiest
offense
play
in the
in Super Bowl
NFL.
history.
Number one passing attack.
Yeah.
14 points in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Please. Straight hand and the boys shut him down.
Yeah, they did.
Had him
they did a great job.
Like the late, great Gregory Hines. God rest his soul. That's what happened.
Here we go, tap dancing.
Please.
You know and I know you would take Tom Brady in the clutch over Aaron Rodgers.
No, never.
Yes, you would.
Aaron Rodgers is the best.
That's
He's a bad man, Skip.
Listen,
he's a bad man.
No,
I'm telling you.
Sorry.
You guys can't see yourselves, but your facial expressions, priceless. When we return, we have another special guest joining the desk. He's the head man of the LSU football Tigers. The Mad Hatter, Les Miles, is here. We'll talk about expectations in Baton Rouge coming up next.
Here we go. We're taking it up a level.